Welcome back, YouTube fans, and we're doing Kamen Rider Zio's Space Time Driver. Now, this one is going to be the bridge series between the previous Heisei era of riders and the upcoming one. I do not know what the Emperor is going to be called, so I do not know what it will be. But that is why the Heisei era is ending, and one of the reasons this show is themed the way it is. Now, it is 2019 now, but as you see, the default time that's set to this thing is 2018. I assume that there's going to be some sort of new watch that will come out that will switch it to 2019, but until then, we will have to wait. Anyway, as you can see, box is pretty standard. Also shows off the gimmick of putting another watch in to arm it with the powers of a previous sire. In this case, this is the build watch, which I sadly do not have yet. I am working on that. As you can see, standard top and bottom. It's a little damaged here. That's because this is a used one, though I think it's just that it was on sale. I don't think it was actually used because it seemed to be pretty much normal. Now, the theme for this one is watches and time, obviously. As you can see, it's got this cool backplate, little pin there. You turn it and it will unlock the battery plate. And the whole driver spins when you press this button to unlock the catch. As long as you hold it down, you can spin it over and over. But the lock is right here at the top. So let's get started. First, on. Then you need the watches. Now, the watches all start like this. His has 3. Most of the watches that you will slot into the other side only have 2 sounds when they're not in mode. Now you can turn the dial like so. And it has the same pin code system as the build driver. So, without further ado, let's start. Now, as you can see there, that's just how it will start each time you put in the watch on its own. It will also do that kind of with the other watches. This one, you really need to know how the watch is supposed to be put in. There's basically a sequence to doing it properly, which I will demonstrate now with the Ghost watch. So you'll get a time break when you hit this button again. But if you just slot this one in, now, as you can see there, the light up part is the one that's actually producing the sound effects. So if you rig this together with like a Kamen Rider build bottle to get the sound effects by tricking the pad here, you're not going to get much other than whatever flashes across here. So, yeah, there's that too. Now, for the finishers, you need to do this.
Finish time!
And pretty cool. Now the catches here and here will release the watches, like that. And the ghost watch is only available when you get the bracelet that's supposed to hold the watches, as you can see here. The bracelet's pretty cool, actually. I like how this one is designed especially, because unlike other ones, this one can fit me, but also has a practical purpose and has a theme. It's a watch brace, basically. But watch this. After we show you off the box, that's Kamen Rider Gates utilizing the ghost watch. It's his to start, but any of the riders can use any of the watches so far. But the brace here has these pieces here that move back and forth when you turn it, and it is the release for the catches. You can see this little plastic piece here and here retract when you pull it aside. So for this one, you see you just push, clips in, keeps it nice and locked. You turn it, releases easily. So this is a really good holder, and if you're a fan of this kind of thing, I recommend it strongly. Now, we're going to go on to some of the other watches, as I've got a bunch so far. The first one we're going to do is Kamen Rider Ryuki, mainly because he's one of my favorites. Here's the box, as you can see, and it shows the Ryuki armor. I'm a little behind, so I'm not sure if they've shown this one off yet or not. I'm a couple of weeks behind, so I really need to catch up. But here we go. And even if you can't understand Japanese, you can probably gather what most of it is. This is the Battle Royale Dragon Rider. So, without further ado, and that's a reference to the final vent that they would do in the Kamen Rider series. Now, next one up is another one that the main character didn't get right away. It's Kamen Rider Wizard, one of my favorites. And I know people don't like Wizard. I like Wizard, so I don't know how big the community is on him, so this is just my opinion. And here you see the box with gates on it. I really like the design of this one, especially the shoulders and the big flowing cape and the chest piece. I really think it looks nice. Anyway. Again, a really good sound effect, and I like this one particularly. If you're gonna get one, this is a good one to get, particularly because it's still available most places. Now, we'll move on to another rider, Kamen Rider Faiz. Now, this one actually has an accessory piece that goes with it. The Faiz phone. Now, they've got these in the series to communicate with each other, but it's based off of part of Faiz's transformation belt, as he had a device that would slot his phone into his belt, and then he could transform from there. All of the riders in that series used it save one, but his was more powerful but lacked the special functions the other riders had, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, on the back you can see him in his cell phone armor for gates. That's probably one of the reasons too. The main character doesn't have the phone, it's the two secondaries who have it, but there are more than one phone, so he'll probably get one at some point. I also like that all these packages contain the dates for the Kamen Riders in question. This way, if you're not as familiar, you can catch up via that. Anyway. Now, with the Faiz phone, you can slot it in. I'm not really too sure about that bit, but that's all it really does. Now, the gadget has a button up here. It releases the trigger. And I'll do that on those three on a loop. Then there's the gun mode. Which is paired with the finisher from Faiz. And you can always do and that's basically what it does. It's a nice little gadget if you have it, but it's not necessary for Faiz. Now finally we get to my last one that I've currently got, the Kuuga one. As you can see, Kuuga's there, armor is on the cover. Back, it's got him there. Side, side. And Kuuga's special because he was the first of the Heseis. And there you have it. That's all of the watches I've got at the moment. I'll post more as I get more. But overall, it's a really good belt, and I think it was a real winner. I do like the design. The spin action is a little tricky, and I'm not too sure, because I haven't modded it to fit an adult yet, how it feels to wear that. But overall, I do like the idea and the concept. I also find it interesting that they're also using the pin system from Build to do this again. But overall, it's definitely worth your time and money. You can get these on a relative discount at the moment on some places, because I'm not sure if this series is as popular as some of the others, but it does have several that you can get relatively inexpensively. I've seen them as pre-owned several times so far, on places like AmiAmi and such. Either way, please like, subscribe, comment below, and share this video with your friends, and follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!